Good morning, everybody. So glad that you're taking the time to join me. I hope you've been having a good week. I know the air quality hasn't been great because of the fires out on the West Coast. Isn't that amazing that it travels all the way over here? So be cautious and stay in as much as you can right now until the air seems to clear up a bit. I know it's affecting me because I have this cough and my eyes are a little bit red, but anyway, today we are going to look at a woman who is almost always overlooked in Scripture. In fact, you probably never even heard of her. I know I didn't. She's mentioned only briefly in Joshua and Judges, but her bravery and willingness to speak up for herself garner her an important place in the history of women in the Bible. Her name is Achsah, and she was the only daughter of Caleb. Now, you remember him. He was one of the 12 men Moses sent to spy out the land before the Israelites invaded Canaan. And out of those 12 spies, only Caleb and Joshua believed that they could take the land from its inhabitants. And as a result of his faith, in the face of everyone else's doubt, God promised that Caleb and his descendants would indeed inherit a portion of the promised land. However, some of the land that had been given to Caleb was still inhabited. So, when Achsah is old enough to marry, Caleb, then about 85 or so, offers her as the prize for the man who defeats the Canaanites in battle. Smart move. He finds a husband for his daughter, and his land is cleared. Interestingly, there's a Jewish tale that says Achsah was so beautiful that every man across Israel wanted her as their wife. In the Midrash, which is an ancient Jewish commentary on the Hebrew scriptures, it's claimed that Achsah was such a beauty that whoever sees her is angry with his wife, who is not as ravishing as she is. In other words, she's so beautiful. Even married men who see her become angry with their wives because their wives are not as beautiful as her. Well, if that's true, then her great beauty might explain the willingness of men to go into battle to win her hand in marriage. And go into battle they do. And it just so happens that the person who succeeds was actually Caleb's younger brother, Othniel. And so, as promised, he and Achsah got married. And for her dowry, as is the custom, Caleb gave Achsah land in the south. There was just one problem. The parcel he had given to her was mostly desert wasteland with no water source. Achsah expected to grow gardens there and even maintain some livestock. She'd need more water than cisterns could supply. Oh, no. This just wasn't going to cut it. So she goes to her new husband and says they have to ask her dad for better land. Now, I don't know what Othniel's response to her was. I wish I did, but it seems he didn't really care that much about what Achsah had to say because he doesn't go to Caleb. I mean, what for? He's a war hero now with a prized wife. What more does he need? And it's then Achsah does the thing for which she is remembered. She takes it upon herself and goes to see her father to request land with water. See, this daughter of Caleb was not only beautiful, she had a good head on her shoulders as well. She knew the land was now her inheritance and birthright as one of Caleb's descendants, just as God had promised back in the book of Numbers. And so, dismounting from her donkey, she approaches Caleb and respectfully begins to speak. Father, you gave me a parcel of land, and for that we are grateful. But there's no water. Please give me one more blessing. Springs of water. And instead of challenging her request, Caleb, who must love her immensely, gave her an adjoining field which contained both upper springs and lower springs, virtually ensuring the productivity of her land. And Achsah returned to her new home, secure in the knowledge that her household would be fed, her potential for commerce improved, and her husband's worth would increase, thanks to her, all because she dared to ask for more, for better. And what we see happening is that women are beginning to speak up and use the power they have, albeit limited, to secure their futures. In the end, women like Achsah, the daughters of Zelophehad, and Rahab, among others, did what they needed to survive and thrive. And you know what that says to me? It says that those who tell women to be happy with what life has provided them clearly don't know Achsah's story. That those who tell women to be quiet and accept the lot they've been given clearly haven't read the full biblical text. And that those who claim women aren't supposed to speak up for what is right haven't paid close enough attention to the voice of the marginalized in the story of God's people. Achsah helps us see that our voices matter. They always matter. So raise them up when you have to. Amen to that. Now, my friends, please stay safe. Please get vaccinated and encourage others to do the same. This new Delta variant is dangerous, and the vaccine is our only answer to stopping this pandemic. And always look for a blessing. And never, ever lose hope. We will get through this. Know I love you, and I'm praying for you. Have a great week. God bless you. Peace.